Previous week, we're up against Brian Robson's Middlesbrough, knowing a win would put them top of the Premiership above Manchester United. Borough, though, had been rock solid in recent weeks. They stood 7th in the table and had lost only one of their previous 36 home encounters. Arsenal came into the match unbeaten in 16 Premiership games, their last loss coming at Villa Park in December. Your match commentator at the Riverside is Martin Tyler.
David Seaman, amongst some very senior figures there, with Steve Bold in the team today, the oldest of the lot at 36. Robbie Stockdale has got his career really ahead of him, still a teenager. Quite a test for him against Overmars though. And here's Manu Petit. Adams. Overmars, the one side to beat Middlesbrough on this ground this season in the league was Liverpool. That was back on Boxing Day. Middlesbrough season then rather ground to a halt in the early weeks of 1999, but they picked up very effectively over the last month or so, and do have the ambition to qualify for European football next season via the Intertoto Cup. They've got opposition really from Aston Villa and West Ham in pursuing that particular dream. Dean Gordon, voted by the Middlesbrough supporters as their player of the season, his first at the club. A touch from Kanu, Vieira. Anelka didn't get very far. That's the sort of work that Robbie Mustoe does so well, just running it back, but Middlesbrough didn't build from that. Townsend intervened, cleared by Steve Vickers in the end. Arsenal looking to begin with some authority. Vieira, Anelka, and down he goes! Penalty! Foul by Vickers on Anelka inside the 3rd minute. The acceleration of Anelka caught Vickers out. Now who is going to take it? Dennis Bergkamp has been the penalty man with mixed results, it has to be said. Mark Overmars has scored once from the spot this season, and he steps up at a vital time in Arsenal's season. Overmars against Mark Schwarzer. Overmars rather scuffs it in, but in it goes. He puffs out the cheeks in relief. Middlesbrough 0, Arsenal 1. Stockdale, here's Petit. Anelka. Brought back today and making an early impact. Petit. Here's Parla. Kanu likes to just check off from the front and get the ball to feet. He's got a lovely touch, a deft feeling for those little short passes to well-placed colleagues. Overmars, Anelka. Stockdale only gets it as far as Kanu. Quite a good record in Middlesbrough have Arsenal. I want to keep that going, and they've made an encouraging start. Vieira. Stabbed forward by Adams. Anelka on the chase. Because this time dealt with the ball and the young Frenchman. Down goes Dean. Caught from behind by Lee Dixon. Another sellout crowd here on Teesside. Talking of expanding the stadium beyond its 35,000 capacity in the near future, such is the demand. Maddison. Strong work by Vieira. Again, the crowd didn't like it, the referee didn't mind. Maddison, Petit, Winterburn. There's a late challenge on him by Musto. Well, Petit was under pressure, and Winterburn turning as if maybe to try and protect himself from Musto. He saw him coming in with that foot high. Musto. Dean. Musto going on again, but bold reposition. They're making it anxious for Arsenal at the back. The excellent but elderly Arsenal back line. Gordon breaks to Maddison. Rickard, lovely turn past Tony Adams. Hamilton Rickard on a weaving run, and then it was the feet of David Seaman that came out, and the outcome is a corner. Super play from Middlesbrough, and the best defence in the country, and many would say in European club football, looking shaky then. Townsend with the corner, and the header from Brian Dean straight at the goalkeeper. Good delivery, excellent leap. It was too straight from Dean. Winterburn. Kanu. Spending a bit more time than Townsend was prepared to allow him. Bold using the breadth of the pitch as well as the outstretched leg to his advantage. Maddison, Dean, now Townsend. It's a weak one by Dixon. Arsenal certainly not on top of their game, and we have to credit Middlesbrough for that. But they look to counter-attack here. Good work by Parla. Kanu, Anelka goes to his left, Kanu goes for goal, and well, if you're going to try and place it from that range, you've got to be a bit more adroit than that. And here's Dean Gordon. Really has set the scene for an excellent contest here. Arsenal scoring so early. Middlesbrough looking to come out and impose themselves on the match, and they've done that at times through midfield. They forced some Arsenal errors. There've been a number of free kicks against the visiting team, and Arsenal have lost possession in their own half again. Stockdale, up goes the flag. And spin away to Winterburn. Anelka cushioned it well. Over Mars, and Anelka hit that low and true, but Mark Schwarzer got down well. Petit, Dixon, just hesitating, but challenges with the header. He's still not moving well. A bit short of centre-backs without Festa. Maddison. And he's shaking his head towards Viv Anderson, I think. Whether that's to say whether you want to come off or not. But here's Brian Dean. It's a good try, and it almost took David Seaman by surprise. Maybe a little bit of dip, because rather than try and catch it, Seaman did what looked initially more difficult. Got it up and over. No, it was a decent reach in the end, but a very good hit by Brian Dean. Another reminder that 1-0 may not be enough this time for Arsenal. Pallister. There's certainly no way Arsene Wenger can be relaxed here. Pat Rice doing the shouting beyond him. And here is Gordon. Mustoe. Pallister. Headed to Dean Gordon by Adams, and Gordon dispossessed by Vieira. For Anelka, great chance for Arsenal. Anelka doesn't waste it. 8 minutes to go to half-time, and Anelka has re-announced his season. Involved in both goals here, brought down for the penalty for the first. The second is his, set up by Vieira. This is a massive blow to Middlesbrough. Well, been a bit of a rough ride for Brian Robson in this first half. Petit closed down very quickly by Mustoe, and Petit apologises because he was dilly-dallying then. Middlesbrough have a corner. They've got the height of Dean, the height of Ricard, the presence of Gary Pallister, and Vickers coming from way on the far side of the penalty area. He heads away. Gordon. It's a great try by Dean Gordon, and David Seaman, who wasn't very far off his line, had to reach virtually along his line to pull off a truly spectacular save. Power, direction, but Seaman stopped it. Seaman deals with the bread and butter part of goalkeeping. Ricard, it's a lovely flick, in goes Mustoe, and it's just going to go wide of the post. But it's a moment in keeping with much of what Middlesbrough have done in this first half, and yet they're 2-0 down. Robbie Mustoe deciding in the end to go for goal. Kanu, Anelka. Arsenal on the move again before half-time. Overmars, Kanu! 3! Well, what a signing he is turning out to be for Arsene Wenger. The manager this week has been pointing out when he's been on the pitch something usually happens. It certainly happened there. And once more, Anelka involved. It's a fine piece of the tackling by Vieira. They haven't had it all their own way in midfield, Vieira and Petit. But you wouldn't know that from the scoreline. It's Middlesbrough 0, Arsenal 3. We're underway for the second. The senior citizens of Premier League defenders down to business again with a 3-goal cushion now, and by some eager play around the Middlesbrough penalty area. Vieira, Anelka. Vieira wants it back. Anelka's got other ideas, then gives it to Vieira. He thinks about a shot. Winterberg. Now Overmars, crowd a bit edgy in these moments at the start of the second half. When you'd seen Middlesbrough go biting in the way they did for much of the first half, much it did them. Here's Vieira. Parla. Kanu from long range. Kinder. Now Parla. Anelka's onside. Alistair tried to put the arm up and work the offside trap. Arsenal could be in again here. It's Mark Overmars. Can he find a shot? He does, but he's put it wide. Well, there's no player to try and trap offside Anelka, as he can start his run that much deeper. He's so quick. Overmars decided to check back inside and made space for his shot, but fired it wide of Schwartz's right-hand post. Petit. A brighter period of the afternoon, weather-wise. Petit. There goes Dean Gordon. They'll take the fight forward for Middlesbrough here. They're 3-0 down. And Ricard could have repaired some of that damage. Not yet played 10 minutes in the second half. Dean Gordon trying to set an admirable agenda here for Middlesbrough. But the danger for them as they press on is that Arsenal could pick them off to the tune of more goals. Gordon. And on by Brian Dean. Oh, just stooping there to get the better of Ricard. Anelka, lovely play from Arsenal. Stockdale's playing Anelka onside. Is this going to be number 4? Overmars, Vieira, it is number 4. Well, Arsenal really enjoying themselves. And after 5 goals on Monday, they've added 4 more here at the Riverside. And helping himself, this time, Patrick Vieira. And Arsenal are finding the cutting edge now. Very different from a long period of play after Arsenal's early opening goal. And Middlesbrough looked as though they had the wherewithal to really make a match of it. Dixon. Now it's a damage limitation exercise. Arsenal pulling out all the stops. Kanu! Oh, wonderful goal! 5! 5 for Arsenal again. They are now murdering Middlesbrough. Look at that. Kinder. Adams going in, didn't get there, it was late. Brian Dean. Dean did well, Adams caught out, free kick to Middlesbrough. Gordon and Ricard. Looking at the angles here, Mike Riley asking Arsenal collectively to retreat. It's Ricard. Oh, it's hit the post. Oh, and it's not happening any which way for Middlesbrough today. Top quality free kick from Hamilton Ricard. Got the better of David Seaman, bounced out off the post and actually struck Steve Vickers, who was trying to follow it in, and it stays at 0-5. Diawara, but he's played it loosely to Armstrong. Townsend, 20 forward in red here. He's trying to win the header. Backing up by Musto. Still Musto! Well, you've got to applaud the attitude of Middlesbrough. Playing in difficult and distressing circumstances now. But they had bags of players wanting to force a way through there. Musto took on the responsibility. Quite wrap his foot round it to challenge David Seaman with the shot. Armstrong. Oh, Oh, and it's Rickard, he's got the better of Adams. Was it a foul? Oh, Rickard, having been booked, now he's suggesting that Adams was going to ground too easily. Here's Gordon. He's on the gallop, but Middlesbrough need to keep enough players back to avoid further ignominy with Arsenal's cutting edge on the counter-attack. No offside, Winterburn, and now possibly handball. It's not been given. Schwarzer is stranded. Diawara's in the centre, Schwarzer's not stranded. He's fought back nobly. And it's a corner. Definitely the assistant on the far side right to keep his flag down, but Nelka leaning into that with an arm. Taken by Ray Parlour. Headed by Dean. Dixon. Back into the mix, and the Middlesbrough a bit slow to react then. Arsenal were even slower. Cross comes Petit. Armstrong settles for the throw. Arsenal can regroup. 13 minutes left. Gordon. Armstrong. By Vieira. Must have got the ball. No complaints from the Middlesbrough fans on that far side who had a good view of it. And Arsenal able to sweep forward again here. Vieira, one of two options. He chose Kanu. He's got Winterburn with him. Anelka. Still Anelka. 6. And the return of Nicolas Anelka has been very much at the forefront of this extraordinary Arsenal display. Kanu was weaving, so too was Anelka. And misery upon misery for Middlesbrough. This is Diawara. He's got Anelka with him. Is this the hat-trick for Nicolas Anelka? He's still there, he's still there. Steve Vickers got back to avoid, at least for the time being, further embarrassment for Middlesbrough. 10 minutes to go. Arsenal absolutely rampant. It's too much to take for many Middlesbrough fans who are going home early. A mistake by Anelka. Sold Dixon short. Kinder. Somerville. The first challenge there. The better of Parlour. A bit back at Kinder. Unfairly. Free kick to Middlesbrough. Defenders love their shutouts, just like forwards love scoring. Oh, and a goal for Alan Armstrong, so no shutout for Arsenal. Armstrong moved in decisively at the free kick here. And he scores in the Premier League, which will mean a great deal personally after a harrowing season with injury. Arsenal are 2 points clear at the top of the Premier League. A 6-1 win at Middlesbrough, a side that had lost only once at home in the league in the last 18 months. Well played, Arsenal. An astonishing scoreline. It has finished Middlesbrough 1, Arsenal 6.